Hey guys, Jess here. I wanted to come on and share my completed October daily. I'm so excited it's done. And only a few more weeks beyond the month, so that's a win for me. I've been really focused on this project. I've had a lot of fun and I wanted to share. So here it is, October daily 2024. I actually made this album myself out of some materials I had and fabric, and I actually had a lot of fun doing that, and I love that I could create whatever design I wanted to, so you'll see more of this in the future. I'm going to do the same for my December, I believe. And I actually, again, did the Heidi Swap Storyline Chapters journals for my October daily. So it's quite chunky per usual, but I wouldn't have it any other way. And so let's just jump right in. All right. And here we go. So just a little bit of fun on the front with this story in gold, and it says follows in the air, because this is more like a lot more actually probably fall focus this year than Halloween, but it's a mixture of both. So opening up, I just wanted to have fun with the cover page. I can't remember this collection, but I absolutely love it. I wish I could remember the name, but it was in my stash, and I just think the colors and the art designs were so pretty. And then there's like this top 10 things that I put in here, just a fun little checklist. And then over here on the right, I kicked it off with our annual trip to a local orchard here where we get our pumpkins, with a couple little interactive flip-ups with the kids, every year, seeing how tall they are, which is really fun. And then just the colors and the famous apple cider donuts. We just always have a good time. It's a trip we look forward to every year, a tradition. And so I love this layout. Simple, but I think it came out really well. All right, next is me with my new mug, Spooky Vibes Only. Always having some mugs. Still a nice coffee drinker though. I do have a hot chocolate every now and again, so that's when I drink on my mug with those hot chocolates, but I just can't help it. There's something about mugs that are so fun. And just a little decorative filler tag here to go along with our Halloween decorations outside. This is Wyatt's favorite. It is decorating for Halloween. And this year we added this guy here. We ended up calling him Frank, and because I wanted like one of the big skeletons that came out of the ground, but we settled for this guy. He wasn't too huge, and he'll talk to you when you walk by, which is really fun. A couple of inflatables and pumpkins. You see Wyatt here. But super fun. We think it came out really good. All right, next up we have soccer. Wyatt decided he wanted to play soccer this year, and he did awesome. He had a great season, and had a couple of his classmates and kids from school on his team, which he was really excited about. Defense was his position that he played, and he just had like a really good time. It was so fun to watch. So this is a fun little soccer layout. Next is our annual trip to Boothby's with my in-laws. It's an orchard we go visit every year, as well as their farm market. I always go pick myself some wildflowers. They have great apples and a tractor ride. Just a beautiful place, and look forward to that every year. Next we have some fun with leaves. Here's one of the many piles of leaves in our yard. And I have a little hidden journal pocket here that I talked about, just my love of fall and the smell and the colors, because it really is my favorite season. And I just think it is so fun how I was able to get these to blend in with the photo. These are just Dollar Tree dimensional stickers, and I just put a slit in there and tucked in the journaling. And then we had some fun with Photoshop, where I was able to make it look like Wyatt's holding a giant leaf in the air. I saw this come across, I don't know, it was Pinterest or social media, and I was like, ooh, we gotta give that a try. And I think it came out alright for being amateurs. Some fun little stamping on the border here, and he was a good sport. He had fun with it. So I think that is just a super cool, fun photo project to do. Alright, next we have our annual trip to Libby & Sons, which is a U-Pick orchard, huge orchard that we've discovered a few years ago here locally, and this year we went for the blueberries because they were just amazing. So there's just a really simple layout highlighting the day. Beautiful mountains in the background. We had so much fun picking the blueberries, and then Natalie and I tried my father-in-law and I tried the Fanta Beetlejuice. It ended up being spiced apple or something, and it wasn't very good, but the can was cool, so I had to grab it and I took a picture, but not a fan of that flavor. I thought it was like just orange soda, but no, it was spiced, so lesson learned, but it was still fun. Next up, we went to the pumpkin festival here at a town locally. My parents go every year. My dad loves it, and so we have this little sliding window with the picture of the three of them at the pumpkin festival, signed pumpkin. And this I printed on vellum sticker paper and then attached it to a piece of acetate and just cut around it. So really easy to do. And then I made this like a pocket because there were so many photos that I just popped them out and you can just look at them. There's so many cool pumpkins. I just I wanted to include them all. So I thought that was a fun, easy way to include all the pictures into this spread. And you just tuck them in back here, and there's the little tabs there, and there's that. So that was a fun little layout. Highlighted a really great day. It was a really good time. It was cold and windy, but we still had a really good time. Next up, we have pumpkin spice. Wyatt has discovered pumpkin spice lattes, and he is obsessed. And so we went to Target that day, and I had a Starbucks inside, and so we got him one. And so I snagged some photos because he just decided to try it one day and was simply obsessed. So it was really, really cute. So fun little layout using just bits and pieces from my stash. This one is Wyatt, his only costume for this year. So Wyatt, a couple of years ago, just decided he didn't like dressing up or going trick-or-treating. I think it gives him anxiety, and so he loves the thought of Halloween, and he loves decorating, and he loves doing all the fun activities we do at home, but the actual dressing up and going trick-or-treating he's not interested in. So he joined Cub Scouts this year, and they were having like a little Halloween party and like a ceremony, and they said, wear your favorite costume. So I convinced him to just, I was like, do you want to dress up at all? And he's like, no, I don't want to. And so I thought about it for a minute, and I was like, oh, you know what you could do? I was just like, why don't you go as a Bruins fan? You have all the gear. You have a hat, you have a shirt. And he totally bought into it, and he was actually a little excited about it, which made me feel good. Kind of helping him be comfortable with doing things like this. And so we got him all dressed up, and he just looked so cute. It was a simple, easy costume. This is what we used to do when he was really little. We didn't buy anything. We just dressed him up as like sports figures or something, and it just brought me back. But he looked so good, and he had a good time. And I documented the story here on a tag in the back, just about his feelings and how the overall party went. But I'm really glad he dressed up. So there's that story. All right, next we have the Northern Lights. This was really cool. They look so cool at our house. So let's see here. I started off with printing out what the different colors meant, and then just some screenshots in the sky from our house. Like, they were so brilliant fuchsia, and there was some green in there. Just really, really cool. So I was happy to capture that through a simple like pocket design. And then of course I did some stamping to fill in that. And I just think it came out really good. And an easy way to like document a lot of photos. And those just slide in there. Some fun little spiky ribbon on top. Alright, I think this might be one of my favorites. It's a shaker pocket, which unfortunately all the shakers are in the corner right now, but it's a little glare. Let me see if I can. There we go. So close to my heart, like spooky sequence from a couple years ago. And I just put I've cut 2 pages, a rectangle in the middle, and then I put a piece of acetate on either page, and then I filled it with sequins and taped it all up, and so I have a big shaker pocket, which I think is super cute. And I wanted to really make highlight this story which is the spider donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Wyatt begs every year to get one, and we always seem to miss out. They always sell out. Well, I got up early one morning and I decided to go get a coffee, and I checked to see if they had any spider donuts, and they did. So I surprised him with a spider donut before he went to school, and he was just so excited. So just a simple flip up with the story under here on an alley spiderweb paper, and then some subtle glitter letters that says spider donut, and it just talks about his excitement for that donut. He would have thought he won the lottery. It's so cute. Alright, next story we have. Alright, so this is a really fun layout here. So at Wyatt's Cub Scout party, he had, they had a donut eating game, and he was a little hesitant to play, and I talked to him. He was really inquisitive about the donuts hanging on string. He didn't know what it was. So I explained it to him. I said, you really should give it a try. Like, it's really fun. And after a little, like, coaching him and just saying, you know, just have a good time, he got up and he gave it a whirl, and these are the snapshots from that, and he had the best time, and he ended up winning, which was even better. But this kid loves donuts, so he was very intrigued. And so I just did some cutouts of donuts. I think this was a close to my heart stamp set and a die cut set. And then I did some stamping and glossy accents on top, and then tied strings. Really fun, very cute, and a great story. And then next we have our trip to Pineland Farms, where we did the corn maze with his friend Indy, and we have this Highland cow that we met while we were waiting. He was so cute. We ended up calling him Fred. We name every animal just on our own, and he walked up to us and stuck his nose through the fence. He was really, really cute. So there's that to start with. And then we have this simple card from Allie about October Love, and then the flyer from the event, and then pictures of us in the corn maze. Just really, really fun time. It was a great day, comfortable weather. Corn maze was good. It was actually kind of challenging, which made it really fun. The boys had a good time, and we ended up figuring it out. So it was fun to document. And I just used the pages in this album, and I cut out the tag shape, and then which made a booklet inside a booklet, which is really fun. Next, it's kind of a filler page, but Heidi had these fun little bat book in her Halloween collection. I just wanted the bats. I didn't actually want to make the book. So I took one of those bats and taped it inside, and then I added one of the Halloween tags that I made this year to give out as gifts to the fundraiser crop that I did for the school. And so I kept one for myself to highlight, and I thought that was a really fun way to show off my tag. So there's that. Next we have October Reads. Oh, my bee fell out. I think the paper is from Coco Daisy, one of their collections. Just these cute little craft paper envelopes with the booklet inside. And it's just a picture of the book I read, and then my rating on the inside. Fun and simple, but I wanted to document what I was reading. I don't do that enough. And so I thought that was a really cute way to document it. And then these stickers came from a sticker set a friend of mine gifted me. I think she got them from Etsy. Alright, next story is Boo Birds, or that's at least what I call them. So it is Sabrina Poole. She always has these little birds, and I always thought they were cute, right? And I was just always curious about them, but I never invested in any. With my grandmother passing away earlier this year, she loved birds, and so I've been starting to incorporate more birds just into my life in one way or another in memory of her. And so I decided to hop on this bandwagon with the holiday birds, and I rotate them out in my craft room. And so my dear friend found them at her Target, and she's like, look what I found, do you want one? Before they're all gone, because they're very popular. And so she picked out this spider one for me, and then I actually ended up going on a Target trip, and I found the vampire one. So I got two this year, and they were just really fun and cute, and so I wanted to document it. So I appreciate her looking out for me. She's so sweet. And then the last story is Halloween night. So in lieu of trick-or-treating, we had a spooky night where I made monster drinks. We decorated cookies. We had tacos. And so we had guacamole and fun little spooky plates and everything. My parents ended up coming over to join us. And so that's Wyatt and my mom enjoying a ghost s'more. And it was fun. It was simple, low-key. We don't get any trick-or-treaters. We had Casper the Friendly Ghost on in the background, and it was nice. And honestly, I'm quite okay with that. He really just enjoys the themes, and as long as he enjoys that, I'll keep doing it. So that was really, really fun. And then that is the last story, and on the back I just decided to put a filler page in to tie out the end of October, and that is my October daily. So I don't think I got 31 stories in there, and I'm okay with that. I don't really count the stories. I just document based on what has occurred in the month. And so I hope you have enjoyed this flip through, and we'll see you guys again soon. Bye.